So normally I would keep my truck nice and straight, but right now, because there's a bunch of roofing material on the other side of the truck, which you can't really see, there's a bunch of roofing material, I actually have to keep it jackknifed. And with a heavy load, that means it's basically using the winch for everything. And that's not really good for the truck, but sometimes you just get in a pinch, you gotta do what you gotta do, that's what sucks. But it's gonna be a lot on this winch, like a lot. That is a problem. That's not good. This is the worst dumpster day I've had yet. Put a block of wood under here to start jacking it up so I could change the tire. All the weight shifted in the back of the dumpster. Broke the door open. It actually snapped the latch at the top. So now I don't think I'll, even once I get these in here, I don't think I'm gonna be able to close it, and I still have a flat tire. So I have some serious things to figure out today. This is bad. Broke the latch, these poured out. This is an overfilled dumpster. All right, it's loaded, driving. I'm actually taking this somewhere different than I normally do just because I get a better rate. So it is about 40 minutes away, so it's a drive. I've got the door ratchet strapped closed because one of the metal latches literally sheared off, and I think it took off across the street. It broke it so bad. So what was basically happening was I was jacking the trailer up, or I was tilting it, and I had some wood blocks under it because I was going to switch out that tire. It was just too low because there's a lot of weight on that one side. And of course, as soon as I start to do that, all the weight of those shingles come shooting through. And I've done this before loaded with shingles, and I've never had this problem, but all the weight ran to the back of the dumpster and busted the door open and shot that latch across the street. And it's just heavy. It's too much. And you know what? At the end of the day, I've worked with this roofer a couple times. The foreman, the guy who owns the company, he's an awesome dude. And we kind of have this agreement, you know, if it's over, 50 squares, we have to figure something out. 50 square roof. Well, this is one of those situations where they were going to take, it was a 60 square roof. So they were going to take 10 to 15 square, and they were going to put it into a separate trailer. Well, things get crazy, things get busy. Roofing guys, I've been on a roof before, and I get it. They're just hustling. They're hustling. They want to get this thing done. They tossed it all in. I know the foreman told them, the owner told them, but it is what it is. This happens. That's kind of what happens when you're doing this third-party stuff. It's, somebody might have been told it, but they also might not be the person that, is running the show. So they come back and, well, all 60 square are in the dumpster. So at the end of the day, I probably shouldn't have even tried to load it. It wasn't very bright because I know that my limit's basically about 50 square roof, which is really heavy. And yeah, this is about 2,000 plus more pounds of that. So of course now a lot of it's gone because it was in that parking lot, and we actually then loaded it into that separate trailer. Not the way I think any of us predicted we were going to end up doing that. But it is what it is, guys. This is business. This is what happens. It's not all, sunshines, rainbows, and stacks of cash without having to work hard. It's a good side hustle or a full-time job if it makes it that far, where, not a lot of work for, the amount of money you make. But things like this happen. You run into situations like this. I'm running right now on a very low tire with ratchet straps on the back of a dumpster with a latch I need to fix, but I need to drop it at another dump site, or at another a gig for another roofing job. So I got to figure something out today because I've got another one I got to drop somewhere else before the dump closes. So it is what it is. You figure it out, you adapt, you do it, and you do it with a freaking smile, because at the end of the day, your customer doesn't want to see you more stressed than they are. The guy actually watched this happen. he watched this happen. He was so positive. He's like, you know what? It is what it is. Things don't happen to you for a reason, or things happen to you for a reason. So, then he said something about, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, or it's like one shingle at a time. Let's just throw this in the trailer and get you on to your next thing. Like, it's like, man, this dude's positive. Granted, I'm, like, holy crap, what am I going to do with my trailer and my dumpster? Because it's basically just duct taped together right now. But like I said, man, it is what it is. You just get the job done, and you move on to the next one, and you figure it out as you go. The best thing to do is just go for it, figure it out, and not waste time thinking or stressing about what you're gonna do. Sometimes you just gotta move. Just barely. Flat tire practically, and a lot of ratchet straps. It ain't pretty, but you know what? It got me here, and that's what matters. Now I'm gonna get this thing unloaded and get home. All right, everybody, it is the end of the day. I'm feeling freshened up because I was disgusting. I'm so glad to have taken a shower. I'm gonna get the trailer plugged in for the end of the night because, you know, nothing's worse than showing up with a dead battery to site when you're trying to roll something in. No, I take that back. Today was the worst case scenario. Today was the worst thing that could have happened. That was pretty bad. You know what, but I made it home. I'm happy I made it home. You know, didn't get pulled over. Didn't have to worry about DOT. I was underweight, but barely. So I'm not even going to talk about that. But DOT and CDL is a whole other thing you can get into if you really care. But you know what? It's not worth it to be picking up stuff that is that heavy. If you know it's heavy, don't pick it up. Find a way to get it half emptied or whatever. And because you know what, when you already have an agreement with somebody that, hey, you can only put 5 tons in here, or, you know, 6 tons, that's it. No more. If you know it's going to be heavier than that, don't do it, because it's not worth it. You know, that puts your license at risk, that puts your business at risk, that puts your equipment at risk, and then you can't help other customers. So to try to satisfy one customer, don't ruin your chances with others. And you know what, the guy that I worked for, awesome guy, I'm probably just going to have a conversation about, you know, hey, if the roof is more than 50 square, clearly more than 50 square, we need to bring 2 roofs just so you can, or 2 dumpsters, just so you can, your team can work efficiently and I can work efficiently and nothing's at risk, because I'm already providing a really good rate. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having a little agreement where, you know, with these bigger jobs, it just comes with another dumpster. That's all there is to it. Because I can get them there faster, better, and more efficiently than the bigger companies. And that's kind of my whole, like, benefit to working with me anyway. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to figure it out with him. We got the doors hung up finally on the garage. It's such a pain sometimes to get those off, but, or at least hang them by yourself. But my wife got a new Jeep Wrangler. It's actually the Eco Diesel. If you want a Jeep Wrangler, get the Eco Diesel. It's actually a lot of fun. Things got so much torque compared to the V6. I wanted the Rubicon V6 until I drove this thing. Once I drove this thing, I was like, well, I guess we're a diesel family, because, you know, we got the diesel truck and the diesel Jeep. So that's kind of fun. And then right now, my brother, my dad, and I are prepping our go-karts for one of the next races we have. So it's just a lot of fun, guys. And that's all it is. Keep it light, keep it fun, because today was a bad day. At the end of, you know, at the end, I made it back. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with those dumpsters. I'll let you know. I'll probably make a video about a welding buddy that's going to have to fix them, because I'm probably going to reinforce them too, because I don't ever want that to happen again. Because if I ever have a flat tire, I kind of need to do that to jack it up like I did. And even if weight shifts, it shouldn't be ramming through that back door, you know. But that was a lot of weight, so it's a little understandable. But I don't want it to happen again. I don't want it to happen again. So, like I said, I'm gonna get this trailer plugged in, and I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna say hello to my wife, and I'm gonna have a good rest of my day. Might watch a movie. Who knows? If you have a good movie recommendation, send it to me, because sometimes the Netflix selection just gets a little old. All right, everybody, have a good one. See you next time.